I have a quick story in. You have to charge it up to use it review. Well, this is Sophia the robot. She wants a baby. She says, quote, family is a really important thing, end quote. Sophia is a humanoid whose brain works with a low Wi-Fi connection. She's loaded with a long vocabulary, and she can chat, smile, and even be mischievous. Sophia is also a citizen. She's the first humanoid to be a citizen of Saudi Arabia, which caused a stir in that country because we know that the women there are oppressed. And already they feel that Sophia has more rights than them. For one, she doesn't have to cover her head. So that's very interesting, but that's a whole other story. Tech entrepreneur Elon Musk is creating a surrogate robot that can fertilize and carry a human fetus for 9 months. A lot of people were outraged by this claim, and on one side, people were actually welcoming this claim. For one, surrogates unfortunately would be out of money because if let's call it the Musk unit, if the Musk unit is in development and it works, a lot of people will probably be wanting a robot to bring in their babies other than a human. And I'm guessing you'll have to weigh your options, which is less expensive. This robot that I heard that could be between $30,000 and $40,000, or a human, which might be a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on what you're doing out there. But they would pretty much take surrogates out of the equation, so to speak, if you are looking for that type of service. A lot of women that had given birth, like myself, we wouldn't change it. Yes, some say having a baby was very painful, but you're forgetting about the intimacy and the bonding with that child. And I would never want a robot to do that at all. Even if I could have a second child, I definitely wouldn't want a robot to do that. Not at all. I think that would be absolutely crazy. And just thinking, a lot of Hollywood, I've heard that some of those famous celebrities, A-list and B-list, and even C-list, they have engaged in having surrogates have their baby because they've had so much plastic surgery that they can't have children anymore, or they don't even want to ruin their bodies by gaining the weight that sometimes is caused when you are carrying a whole other human inside you. So yeah, I think a lot of celebrities would pay for this service. They could probably have this robot right in their home, and they're just walking past it like, a freaking pizza in the microwave, just watching it develop. But before I go too into it, Elon Musk says that claim is false, and he does not have any robot that will be carrying a fetus for 9 months. For some reason, I don't believe that. I believe it. And I know that there's people willing out there to give up their ovaries and their sperm to try to produce something like that. I really think this is very much true. We have heard situations where they had men, biological men, that were engaged in going under experiments to see if they could even have babies. I mean biological men, not trans men. So yeah, I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot of different stories out there. It's very creepy, it's very weird, but they say that this one is false, and I hope so. I know 50 years from now, when I will not be living, 50 years from now, I know this world is going to look, feel, and sound absolutely crazy, but that's just my view.